The Oxford Dictionary defines perseverance as persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. That can be easier said than done sometimes, especially in a day when we seem too long for instant gratification. Yet perseverance is exactly what the Apostle Paul challenges his mentee Timothy to develop in his life. In our series, Letters to a Young Professional, we've been walking through the mentoring wisdom and advice that Paul had for Timothy that is so applicable to our lives today. And when it comes to the area of self-development, Paul said that we are to persevere. In fact, he mentions this 4 times in the 2 letters found in the New Testament of the Bible called 1st and 2nd Timothy. Here's a quick snapshot of those passages. Pay close attention to your life. Persevere. Next, he says, but you, Timothy, are a man of God, so run from all these evil things. Pursue perseverance. And then endure suffering as a good soldier of Christ Jesus. In other words, have perseverance to endure. And then finally, but you keep your head in all situations. Endure hardship. Let's face it, life can be really hard sometimes. Some days it can even feel like a challenge to get out of bed and tackle the day. But we are called to do that. We are called to endure and to persevere. And that can only be done by relying on Jesus. I don't know whether having a daily quiet time is a part of your life or not. I can tell you that I found this to be a huge part of being able to persevere. A little over a year ago, my son was in a nearly fatal car accident. It shook my husband and me to our core. And in the early days following the accident, it was a struggle to function from day to day. I remember coming out of that season thinking, I don't know how people do this without Jesus. I don't know how they do it without a community surrounding them like the church. My daily quiet time was a huge part of how I was able to persevere during that time. And I know that it can do the same for you. There are countless resources out there to help you do that, particularly through the YouVersion Bible app. And even if you just start small, like just a handful of minutes in your morning or before you go to bed at night, start somewhere.